Hi someone, Ruth Patricia Navata here, and I hope you're all doing fine. And guess what? Do you know what I've brought for you today? I've brought on board today. Oh my God, I have brought unto you some of the few superstitions that do exist in my country, Uganda, and these things are still in existence until now, until as I talk right now. These things have been in existence ever since we were little. We found them in existence, and little kids of today, some of them still believe in them because that is what their parents tell them. And I think to start with, these superstitions are mainly to shape kids, to shape the generation, to shape kids, because when they are told unto kids, there is a way how they help them adjust. There's a way they help them get some morals. It's also another way of bringing up kids, but most of them are not true. However, we still believe them until now. Number one, there is a superstition. There is this big superstition that when you remove your tooth, you keep it somewhere, and a rat takes it and gives you money. Yeah, so when you are still young, we always loved removing our teeth so that you put it somewhere, and the next morning you find when the rat has put for you money and has taken that tooth. This superstition is still used until now, and I think it will continue being used because it is just over weird, over rare. It is just some random superstition that is really good, and it encourages kids to remove their milk teeth, so that they give them for the permanent teeth to grow. When a child does not remove their teeth, I think you see them having a disorganized dental, and in future, if you have money on you, you will have to spend or to incur that expense of getting dentures and organizing your child's tooth or teeth. And to avoid that, kids are encouraged when they're still young to remove their teeth by telling them the superstition of when you remove your teeth, I hear the rat gives you money and it takes your teeth. It has a market for teeth, I don't know, but in actual senses, that is a superstition. It is parents that remove the kids' teeth and give them money as a motivation for them to remove all the milk teeth that have to come out of their teeth. Just like you are there, dental, of course. Have you ever heard of that? Comment down below and leave me a comment. Share with me if you have heard of that as you're growing up, or if it is new to you. Superstition next, or superstition 2. We used to be told that when you peep at someone, when you go peep or sneak and see someone when they're in show, or when they're in toilet, or when they're in the bathroom, that you would make your parent give birth, or your mother give birth to a snake. Oh my God, that was a superstition for life. Oh my God, you guys, we used to imagine, now will I be a big sister to a snake? Will my mother be a mother to a snake? Will I be a big sibling? Oh my God, it used to puzzle us so much, and we always kept away. And up to now, me, I can never go peep at someone. If someone is showering and what I want to tell them is so urgent, I rather keep it to myself. I can never peep at someone showering, and I can never go to show and see someone. Now here we had to make sure you knock on every toilet door before you open it, so that you don't find someone using that toilet. Otherwise, you would risk making your mother give birth to a snake, and you'd be a sibling to a snake, and oh my God, who would want that? Oh, anyway, that was a superstition to get kids into good positions, or give them good morals, so that you always have to give privacy to someone who is using the toilet. Who heard about that? Comment down. Superstition next. when someone had those tiny black spots on their tongue, more so at the tip of the tongue, they would say you are the most loved child of your parents. People used to love having those black spots, and people would be all over the place just because they have those tiny black spots at the tip of the tongue. I hear, I am my mom's most loved, I am my parents' most loved. Oh my God. Yet, I think, okay, that one didn't contribute anyway morally to kids, but I don't know where it came from, but I also found it interesting. And I think that was a result of taking hot stuff, and then you get those black, or I don't know the origin, but to me, I think it is a superstition. Don't you think? Superstition next on the list. Whenever someone would have hiccups, my dear, they will tell you someone is talking about you, and that is how you would know that someone somewhere is talking about you. Scientifically, not correct. Scientifically, I think that is due to insufficient supply of oxygen to the brain, but I used to relate it, and they would tell us, go take a cup of water, go take a glass of water, so that those hiccups go. Now, would you're taking water make someone who was talking about you stop talking about you? Alright. I think this water, since water has oxygen and all that, it would supplement the supply of oxygen to the brain and all the other tissues, and then the hiccups would go. But sometimes hiccups need even medication. Sometimes they can be that serious. But we used to believe that whenever you get hiccups, this someone will be talking about it. I don't know about that. And guess the next superstition. This was among the most popular superstitions, if I may say. And guess what? We used to be told that when you stand on people while the rest of when you stand with people, no, when you stand on people, like when other people are seated and for you you're standing, you're either talking when it's not like time for you to stand, when for you just find yourself standing and other people are seated, we would be drinking their blood. And they will tell us, don't finish my blood, please sit down. How can I just drink your blood just like that? Anyway, this was a moral superstition because they wanted you to sit. Like, why would you stand when others are seated? And remember, people mainly sit down when they are eating, when they're having a serious discussion, when they're doing something, and then for you, you just stand aimlessly or just stand out of the blue. This was a moral thing that when people are seated, you also fix yourself somewhere and sit, then talk to them, address them, communicate, or get involved in the discussion. Other than standing, it didn't look morally good, but no one was drinking your blood, my friend. My friend, no one was drinking your blood just because they were standing. Do you think someone was drinking your blood? And was it just yours? I think that was just a superstition. And then superstition next. When you sit on a mortar, do we know a mortar? A mortar, this thing, it is mainly made of wood, but some are metallic. Yeah, that thing they use for pounding peanuts or pound ginger or pound garlic during when you're cooking. The small size, but now the big size for pounding peanuts. You know it. Africans know it. That thing. It is a word called a mortar. Echinu in my language in Uganda. Echinu. That thing they use for pounding peanuts in most cases, or sometimes they use it for pounding ginger, sometimes they use it for pounding anything you would want to grind, but pounding, that thing is used for pounding. So now that thing, they used to tell us that when you sit on it, you change gender. If you're a girl, you'll become a boy, and if you're a boy, the reverse is true. Oh my God, you guys used to get scared of that. We would be there and imagine, oh my God, God will push me to hell. Now He created me as a girl. Now, how would I wake up one day and I'm a boy just because I sat on a motor and oh my god, we used to be kids. But I think now this one was to make kids morally upright. How would you sit on that thing? You know, that thing was made to pound stuff, more so eatables or medicines and all that. Now sitting on it would almost be like sitting on a saucepan or sitting on a plate. So they would make us believe that superstition so that we do not misuse that thing or sit on it, so that you could get stools, mats, or sit down instead of sitting on it, because it was used for a very different purpose, not sitting, you know. And superstition. Thank you for watching. If this video has been interesting, if you have thought of, if you have related to some superstitions, if you have thought of those that I've missed out, please leave me a comment down below. Share with me and make this interesting, make this moment interesting. You guys, flashbacks, you know, can make them interesting by commenting down below on that superstition that you have related with, on that superstition that you've never heard of, or tell me of a superstition that I have missed. Yeah, I told you I've forgotten some, but we can make this interesting, you know. Subscribe for such and more. Subscribe and let us grow. Subscribe, like, share, and I love you.